probably start soon, I think. And they're off. I think. Okay, yeah. Looks like MetroidMaster is a little behind for now. So anyway, not much is gonna happen for the first few minutes. They're gonna collect a few items and go to missiles. Beginning of the game is pretty tough. Platforming here is... The first 5 minutes of the game are more difficult than the rest of the game. By a large section was at the end of the game. Our times would go up by like 5-10 seconds. It's pretty tough. Now, MetroidMaster is 8 seconds behind. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe it's because he's playing on Japanese, how they agreed to do it. The Japanese work in seconds or so, and we want them to be on even playing field, so maybe that's it. I can't be sure. MetroidMaster doesn't have an English copy of the game. I think all he has is a Japanese one. So Mandatoby is going to come up to the double here, and getting the double is a frame-perfect trick. You kind of want to shoot 2 missiles and have them align on the same pixel to hit the worm twice. Otherwise, you can't get 2 missiles in one hit. And Mandatoby gets the double there. Nice. He's going to collect charge room. I don't know why exactly. This is just straight up slower unless he's doing grade first or something, which Mandatoby is known to do. He's a memester. MetroidMaster is opting not to collect drops here. I don't think I agree with this decision because it can go horribly wrong. As you can see, he's not getting any drops. It would have been just faster to collect drops from it would have been faster to collect rocks from the worm. In most race scenarios, it's a good idea anyway. So you'll see that Mandatoby is going to blaze along with in high room. He jumped a little early there. I hope that he can still do high room properly. Yeah, okay. It's sometimes a little worrisome because you might not lure all the bugs and you'll get damaged and fall back down and stuff. Looks like both players can get through high room effectively though. He does a small jump through the zoomer. You can also do a diagonal. Requires more precise. You don't see everybody going for it. I think that MetroidMaster is going to go for the diagonal though. Yeah, he stops a little though for it. You can do it while running and not stopping, and let's use a slightly safe strat to make it happen. So these bugs that Mandatoby is trying to kill are one of the first RNG factors in the game. They might not come down as quickly as you'd like, and it can cost you up to like 5-6 seconds sometimes. They're pretty annoying. Looks like both players got through them pretty quickly. No troll bugs. Okay, so I think Mandatoby is doing great first here. It doesn't, like, you don't get this missile unless you do great first, so. Crate first as a route, to explain it very simply, it is about 30 seconds slower, roughly, because you have an extra cutscene that you have to see. But you do get speed boost early. It's a cool route, but you mainly only do it for swag, I guess, which I don't really agree with, but this isn't my race, so. For the next maybe 10, 11, it's going to be impossible to say who's in the lead. Kraid first is just so much different. And I have no idea what Mandatoby's doing. Is he just going to fight Acid Worm thing? No, he's getting the main that missile. I mean, you only need 25 missiles for the Kraid fight. For 50, but there's a faster one to get than that one. Maybe it's just inexperience with the route or something, I'm not sure. Not many people know how to do Kraid first that well. And MetroidMaster is just going to go up and get Power Grip, which is one of the best items in the game, honestly. Oh, nice. Mandatoby got an Acid Worm skip first try. Getting those horizontal bomb jumps is pretty difficult. You can't go too high with your bomb jumps, otherwise you bonk the ceiling. And it is really tricky not to gain height. One of the problems with Kraid first is you really have to take this heal. There's no way around it. That's another problem with Kraid first that really goes unnoted, because you have to heal 2 extra times in this route compared to Ridley first, and there's no good way to heal at the end either, so you lose some time for that too. So hopefully Mandatoby has enough missiles for the Kraid fight. If he messes up, he will run out, and that is going to cost him a lot of time. So hopefully he has enough here. If you do Ridley first, you can just blast away Ridley Kraid with no problems. But Mandatoby did it pretty easily. He didn't have any problems there. So doing Kraid first is going to allow him to have speed booster early. And that's going to change a few. Honestly, it doesn't really, not enough to make it that interesting. Jeremy? Mandatoby has to do this extra Shine Spark because the ziplines are up, and there's not as convenient of a spark. This one's a little more difficult. Oh, he made a mistake there. I wonder. Oh, okay. He's gonna just do the slightly slower method here. Oh, and it didn't work. That hurts. Yeah, this is a lot more tricky than the regular spark you see Ridley first doing. MetroidMaster is going for the refill glitch there. That's why he jumped up onto the ball. So MetroidMaster is going to the secret passage here to get into the Ridley area. If you go through this room quickly enough, you can kind of beat the enemy at the bottom and go fast enough to pretty much avoid him. But MetroidMaster is not gonna go through the room quickly. He's gonna have to wait a bit and shoot him. Or I guess if you're really slow, he's right there in a convenient spot for you too. So there's that. Hopefully we see the really cool spark for... I am so confused by what Mandatoby... the spark coming up if Mandatoby can pull it off. Yeah, it looks like he's setting up for it. That's the reason why we get Charge Beam early. If you get it later on, you cannot do this spark at all. And we really need Charge Beams though. But I don't think Mandatoby knows the route very well because he's picking up missile tanks that he really shouldn't be, honestly. MetroidMaster is going to be going to this spot and gets the bomb the first try, but that bomb is really annoying to hit sometimes. The bomb radius is really large, but with that specific block, it does not feel large at all, honestly. And this room that MetroidMaster is going through is pretty scary. Hopefully he doesn't get nicked by the side hoppers too much. You take 30 damage, and you need to take some damage boost later on. Looks like he took no damage. Wow, that's real nice. Being at 179 is really, really nice. It's a really high number. MetroidMaster getting his first set of super missiles in Ridley. You're going to see Mandatoby go for his first set of super missiles here. That's one other of Ridley versus Kraid first, is that get a set of super missiles. So you don't have to do as many room transitions in Ridley first, in Kraid first, sorry, for this specific missile. If I remember correctly, are about you get super missiles at about the same time in Ridley and Kraid first, so I'm guessing they're roughly even right now. Hard to say though. Mandatoby is pretty much going to be doing exactly what MetroidMaster has been doing. So there's not anything new that's going to be going on there. He's going to use Speed Booster in 1 or 2 spots, but it's not going to be way too different from what MetroidMaster did, so. MetroidMaster opts to get the energy tank, and he's going to do that so that he has an easier time versus Ridley. We do a bunch of damage boosts so that we can pump missiles and supers at him and kill him basically as soon as possible. If you run in too early or you make a mistake, you get damaged, so it's nice to have that safe. Looks like he didn't need it, but it is a very acceptable thing to get that energy tank noise. He might even opt to get the third one, I'm not sure. And it looks like he got full supers from Ridley, so he got good RNG there. Yeah, this is one of the speed boosts you can do in Kraid first that you're not able to on Mandatoby's side. Looks like Mandatoby is at kind of a low health. I think he might opt to get high jump and heal there, because this ammo is not very good for fighting the cocoon a little later. The med first is not to collect high jump at all. It's probably a bit faster, but I don't think we're gonna see him do that. I don't even know if anybody knows it's actually faster except for me, because I'm the only one who's timed this stuff. Yeah, so he's going to get high jump early, and I'm going to assume that he's healing here. If you do get high jump, this is the best time to get it, but it is probably a little slower to get high jump in general and for Kraid first. Because you don't have to go up here, you can just speed boost up, whereas Ridley first just goes up there anyway. Cannon. You'll see MetroidMaster going to use the ball cannon to go up to the top. Later on, Mandatoby is going to be doing a speed boost from the bottom to get up, so he doesn't need to do that. Yeah, for those of you who want to know, it's pretty busy here. My mom's taking care of the baby, but I was the only person available for this, so looks like Mandatoby has a clean kill on the cocoon here. So to Kraid in a few seconds here. It's not exactly too difficult of an area, except for like the first trick, which is notorious for ruining a runs. You have to do some well-timed bombs, and if you miss it, you lose 15 seconds if you know the back and up, and if you don't, you lose 30, 40 seconds. It's a lot of time. So I'm going to clench a bit, seeing if MetroidMaster can make the trick happen. Mandatoby had to do some horizontal bomb jumps in that room, but with Power Grip, you can do a much easier setup. And when I say much easier, it's still really difficult, so I don't want to downplay it. And he gets it first try, nice. Mandatoby's at kind of low health. It looks like he goes for the safe strat. Make it with 73 health with damage boost, but it's a little scary, I guess. And alright, so I guess it was that. He also could have opted to skip this super missile tank. It's faster to do that, but he decided not to. That's something that you might see MetroidMaster do too, is getting another super tank. It's much easier to get 6 supers with Kraid first, though. There isn't any real technical execution required for that. Oh, and Mandatoby got a heal glitch. Real nice. Of course, heal glitch is when you are able to heal and collect an item at the same time, and you save about a second or two. I'm not sure exactly. One of the advantages of Ridley first is that you can kill Kraid in like 30 frames, something like that, maybe 36. Whatever the cooldown on 3 supers is, it's real fast. And Mandatoby is killing Ridley. That's some opposite synchronage, right? Sorry, I don't know the right word for it, but anyway. It's pretty synced up. It's pretty cool. You get an extra 2 supers for the Ridley fight if you're doing Kraid first, but it's not really a big deal. It doesn't really make a very big difference. If you kill Ridley faster, you don't save much time. Oh, that's a neat Shine Spark. But yeah, you don't save a lot of time by doing by killing Ridley that much faster, because he has to drop down, and that takes time. So the faster you kill him, the higher up he's going to be. So yeah, I didn't explain that well, but key point is that you don't really save any time from having that extra super. So MetroidMaster is going to make his way up to Turian, and I wonder if he's going to get Brinstar Super here. It is faster, but it's not easy to do. I also wonder what healing. It's kind of awkward with this route, with Kraid first to find a heal. Mandatoby didn't align his spark up, so he bonked there. That's unfortunate. So it looks like MetroidMaster is going to be going to Turian with 4 supers, so it's not as consistent of a Turian with 4 supers, but it is slightly faster. But you could see him get really trolled. It's going to happen more often with 4 supers. Sorry, it's really awkward when you have to think about different routes and stuff. So MetroidMaster is going to get into Turian at 22 minutes roughly. Let's see how long it takes Mandatoby, and then we'll see how far behind Mandatoby is. Is Mandatoby getting another super missile? No, okay, thank God. He's just doing this spark. You don't need to run back to get that spark, though. Okay, so it looks like Mandatoby's going to go up top to get the heal, and that loses a bit of time versus taking the long beam route. But you kind of need to do a heal anyways, so I guess this is the one he chose. And you can see that Mandatoby doesn't have a lot of familiarity with the route because he has way too many missiles. 70 is way too much. That's cost him like 24 seconds. No, not 24. About 12 extra seconds or so. Maybe 15. Depends on what missiles you pick up. But yeah, overall, that's way too many missiles. You shouldn't be picking that up. So it looks like Mandatoby's about a minute behind MetroidMaster here. And MetroidMaster is getting some really solid luck here. I think he's being a little aggressive with his super missiles, though. If he doesn't get any super missiles in this room, it could be a really awkward and long farm. It's something I see some of the less experienced runners do, is just spam the supers until they have none, and then they lose a lot of time in Turian, and it's not consistent at all for them. And it's something that the more experienced runners usually don't do. It's something you figure out by playing Turian a bunch, just managing your ammo. And yeah, you'll see MetroidMaster having to farm his super missiles, and enemies only have a 10% chance of giving you super missiles. So it could potentially take a minute to farm. Not for Mandatoby to catch up, really. And with Mandatoby's ammo count, he is probably not going to have as many troubles collecting ammo. And looks like MetroidMaster is going to have to farm for his supers, and it's going to take him a while. I don't like being critical about this, but MetroidMaster kind of brought it on himself by being way too aggressive with his super missiles. Had he saved some for the last room, this farm would not have taken nearly this long. And he would not, and you don't really lose too much time by using missiles versus supers. And you see Mandatoby is at 64, so he's going to take the lead here. Why is he doing Sabotage Skip? Never mind, Mandatoby is not smart. Oh my god, this is hard to watch. Yeah, I guess MetroidMaster is, I guess Mandatoby is trying. You do not need to do this with this ammo count. This is. I'm almost mad right now. This is just. For absolutely no reason. So, because of Mandatoby's move, MetroidMaster is going to take a 40-second lead here. Pro tip, guys, if you have enough things that are slow to climb, quote-unquote, it's a bad idea, and I very much disagree with it. It's hard to not to be biased here. I am really against trying to be cool rather than saving time. If you can go fast, you just go fast. Don't worry about anyway. So Suitless here. There's not much happening in Suitless. It's just going to be platforming, and there aren't really any difficult tricks or anything. I always say it, but casual players don't really like this section. It's fun as a speedrunner to play, but to commentate, there's really not too much here. Pirates are pretty consistent in exact movement, so if you move the same way, you're going to behave in MetroidMaster is going to heal here. That's ahead, and it's really safe to heal. You absolutely do not need to heal, but in a race scenario, it's really nice to do that. Otherwise, pirates you die damage. They'll just kill you in one hit. And there are no checkpoints in this game, obviously. So if you die, it's straight back to the start of the game, or wherever you last saved. And saving is really slow too. And Mandatoby got the map there. You kind of want to jump over the map. It's a little specific, but if you jump over it, you completely avoid having to see the map animation. It saves like 11 seconds, I want to say. Mandatoby also opting to heal. MetroidMaster taking one of the shortcuts here. Nintendo decided to design some shortcuts into this, and just to make things a little faster, and I guess to make things interesting. A lot of people like to mention that Zero Mission has full of intended shortcuts, that none were really unintended or anything like that. And I don't like that mentality too much, just because, I mean, they're shortcuts. It doesn't matter if they're intended or not. So MetroidMaster not jumping through that room. If you jump through the save room, you save 8 frames by having a better door scroll. Something that not everybody knows, I guess. Some doors will try to scroll the next room, and depending, it might be faster to jump. I think that's the only case in Zero Mission without tool assisting, where it's actually faster, but... Looks like neither Mandatoby or MetroidMaster went for fast slice, where you try to get to back under the searchlights. I'd say it's about 2 seconds, I think. Oh, Mandatoby got caught there. Those are pretty tight jumps, so it's easy to get spotted in that room. Looks like MetroidMaster is not going to set up for Sam's strat here, which is a shame. It's my strat. It's named after me. You know, I have a particular fondness to it. And don't worry, guys in chat who don't know, I didn't name it Sam's strat. I'm not that. What's the word for it? Vain. Yeah, I'm not that vain. I'm sorry about that. So you're going to see him duck into the save room to get stealth back and pass the wall there, or the gate rather. Let's see if Mandatoby goes for Sam's trap. And he's going to go for it. You see him freezing the part so that it doesn't follow you and see you. So that when you go through the end of this room, oh, he kind of failed it, but if you do it properly, the pirate won't see you at the end, and you'll get your stealth back because you haven't been seen for a while. It requires some specific movement. I think Mandatoby went a little fast, if I had to guess. So MetroidMaster is coming up to Charlie here. This is the Chozo boss technically, but we call him Charlie. It's a much better name. It's a much shorter name. It's a much simpler name. Anyway, you wait for him to reveal himself, do this shot. Sorry about the background noise, by the way. Anyway, you wait for him to get a... You wait for him to like shine or something like that, and you can shoot him. You have to do that about 4 times. After the first shot, you sometimes will see people shooting themselves, and if you see that, that's because you're resetting the pattern, and the first phase of a shot after you've done damage to him is slower than the second one for some reason, so shooting yourself saves about a second on average. Yeah, you'll see MetroidMaster doing it. Cool. Yeah, MetroidMaster was getting some fast shots. Unfortunately, he missed that one, but those are some really, really fast shots. Wow, yeah, that was a really fast fight. Even considering that he missed a shot, that's really, really fast.
The baby is very excited in the background, yeah, by the way, guys.
So MetroidMaster is going to make its way through the end of the game now. All he has too much damage, comfortably. The pirates move in as I said before, pirates move in if your movement is consistent. So all MetroidMaster has to do is move smoothly, and he won't die. Of course, pirates do deal 50 damage, I think. So if you mess up a room and don't anticipate where the pirates are going to be, you lose a lot of health and die, but having 3 tanks is more than enough for safety, honestly. You hardly ever see anybody dying with 3 tanks, who is... So somebody was asking if people were playing with emulator or console. Mandatoby plays with console, and you can see that MetroidMaster has the Z button options thing on the top, and that indicates that he's playing on the Game Boy player, which is console. Emulator is also allowed, but we have a few kind of specific requirements needed to be playing on emulator. There's not a lot of the Game Boy Advance emulators are accurate. This room that MetroidMaster is coming up to is the bomb boom. I don't know what the official name is, but anyway, if you don't charge their beam, they can zap you like that, and they're really annoying. But for some reason, charging your beam makes them home in on you, and they won't fire shots at you when they're homing in on you. So it's one of the really nice applications of charge beam. I think Zero Mission has the least useful charge beam out of any game in the series, but it is still a very useful charge beam. That's a pretty cool strat on MetroidMaster's part. He froze the pirate and then moved through the pirate somehow. That was cool. You'll see MetroidMaster up to freeze the pirate. If the pirate didn't spot him, the pirates are going to be in a different spot, yeah. They're usually one to the right, one to the left like that if you freeze the pirate before. If you don't freeze it at all, most of the pirates are going to be on the left side. That's much nicer, I think. But it's one of those things that you don't really notice unless you play a lot, I guess. MetroidMaster is going through this room. You see men the swag way. I really like this swag method for that room because it is faster. And in my opinion, it's cool if it's faster, no other reasons. Looks like MetroidMaster had a few trouble in the last few rooms, but he had lobby tanks, he didn't have to worry about it. Alright, let's see how Mandatoby handles this room. Okay, it looks like he knows the cool strat. I don't think he performed it as well as he could, so he might have some problems later, but we'll see. He's trying to, he was trying to manipulate the part to shoot some blocks for him, but he shot too many blocks and kind of messed up for it. But that is one of those swag, quote-unquote, strats I approve of, because it is the fastest strat, and it also looks pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff you should go for, not just because it's swaggy. It has to be faster. MetroidMaster coming up to the final boss here. It takes 6 supers and it dies. Really easy boss. Sometimes, if you've taken enough damage, he's gonna give you missiles, and you have to like hit those, and that's really annoying. But he didn't have that happen. Just has to escape, and he's done. If you try to and save a bit of time on the door, or you can place a bomb at the right time and open the door that way. Mandatoby showing off his horizontal bomb jump skills as he waits for Mecha. Oh, he missed his super too. Thankfully, Mecha doesn't take that many supers to kill. That much ammo to kill, so it's not too dangerous if you miss them. Yeah, virtual console's allowed. Just about everything is allowed, honestly. Any of the official hardware is allowed. But timing and everything is a complicated issue. Oh wow, MetroidMaster uses a hold strategy and he gets it. You can line up a Shine Spark and make it much easier, but he YOLOs it. That's cool. We might see Mandatoby doing the newer method. But all MetroidMaster has to do is kill the pirates here, and he's done, and he wins. Yeah, MetroidMaster is going to take out the black cards easily, and he's done. Yeah, Mandatoby sets up so he breaks the Shine Spark blocks and running to the other side to store a Shine Charge. Oh, he missed the fast met there, and he missed it. So he's gonna have to go through these rooms vanilla to get to the end of the game. So Mandatoby ends with a 43:01, a minute behind MetroidMaster. I think the big key thing to take away from this race is you should probably play Torian in a proper, efficient manner, and don't do it the way Mandatoby did, or MetroidMaster. Honestly, you want to be conservative with your missiles, with your super missiles, especially in the race, and don't do Zeb Skippy if you have enough missiles to blast through it anyway. I don't get it. But anyway. I wonder if we're going to have any of these guys in for an interview. I don't know if I mentioned it, but oh wow, okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hey guys.
Holy crap. So I literally was like 0.04 seconds away from actually PBing.
Wow, really nice.
Yeah, like I got 42 even, .like 04. And my PB is like a 42 even.
Oh wow, okay, so you were really close to PBing.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about your Torian, guys? Because I think that was the key thing here. You both played Torian really badly.
I mean,
thanks them.
Okay, I was trying, okay, and I had like really good super RNG, but I was also like, someone commented one of my previous races about me leaving like one super to have at like that last Metroid room, so I was like, I'll just spend it, and then it ended up biting me in the butt on refills. So it's just
really
getting
did.
like really bad refill RNG.
Yeah, what you should do, save at least one, hopefully 2 super missiles. And Mandatoby, why did you go for Zebetite skip?
I don't know. I was trying to do the maths on Zeb skip with this route, like during the cutscenes and everything. Because just before the race, I thought about, okay, I could add it to the run. It would probably add consistency. And
Yeah.
I think I also miscalculated because I ended up not going for it, and I still had enough ammunition. I don't know.
Yeah, you totally. I was complaining so much because you did not have to do that, and you could have won it. I think you spent no time collecting drops, and if you had just gone, you would have beaten MetroidMaster. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I did the maths wrong somewhere.
Like the race was that close, or like? Because
Yeah,
I'm seeing like SRL's time difference is
Huge.
40:06. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
minute.
so you spent about a minute collecting super missile drops, and Mandatoby was very, very, like, he had caught up because of that, and then he decided to do Zeb skip, and he spent a minute doing it and lost because of that. That's what happened.
Oh my god.
I think 3 attempts.
I mean, it's possible that I might have caught up to him. So, Mandatoby, does that mean you beat your PB? Because your SRL, your speedrun.com time was like you were places under than me, but I don't know.
No. I tried to submit a speedrun.com time, so it would put me up against Whale in the first round, so I could race Whale. And then someone dropped from the tournament, and then I ended up racing a different guy, and it didn't matter.
Okay, so your PB is actually a lot closer to mine than it actually shows on.
I don't know what my PB is. It's I think it's 28:20 in game time. I don't know about real time.
Mandatoby is a lot better at the game than his in-game time would suggest. I don't think he runs the game seriously. I mean, you did crate first, right?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you did crate first. So I kind of saw that in the chat. I was like, well, hey, how does crate first work at any percent? Because I haven't tried that. So
well,
like,
it does.
okay.
It gives you a lot more ammunition. It supposedly makes Tyrian easier.
Well,
okay.
I don't know.
You're not supposed to have 70 and 4. You're supposed to have 50 and 4 at the end, but you kind of have to know what missiles to actually get.
What is your
so I guess
Sam? What is your crate first ammo count for Tyrian?
50 and 4.
15-4.
Yeah, that's what you should be going.
You mean 54?
Yeah,
50.
50 missiles.
Okay.
4
That's the total.
Yeah.
Oh, you skip a lot of missiles.
Yeah, you don't want to get that many. It still wastes time to get them. It's the same thing as Ridley first. All right,
Okay.
I guess I'll pull up your next match, MetroidMaster.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Yeah, who am I playing against? I'm curious.
Yeah, let's look at that real quick.
Yeah, MetroidMaster, what is your in-game time?
My in-game time was a 29:34.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like your next match is against Pulsemore. How do you feel about that?
Oh god, Pulsemore, the keyboard warrior.
Hey, yeah.
If I remember correctly, Pulsemore's got like a really good any percent time, so I'm gonna have to work on getting this time down as well. I mean, I have plenty of reason to practice with the tournament, the relay race, and then the Power Up with Pride marathon. So I'll definitely be playing a lot of Zero Mission.
Yeah, and I heard Pulsemore hasn't performed that great.
Yeah, Pulsemore's rusty. He's not practicing, so you have a good shot if you do your practice. I think you could win it. But I think that's it for us guys, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What match is up?
Oh, yeah, also thanks Sam for commentating this.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
So I don't have the information. Hopefully somebody in chat puts it up. But I have to go, so yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for. I did my best with commentary. I'm really sorry if it wasn't perfect, but yeah.
Oh, no worries.
Sam is new to the game.
Also, Sam, I apologize for not doing your strat, so of course I failed it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, don't worry about that. I don't care. I'm just mad that Mandatoby attempted it and failed it.
Yeah, it's something I need to learn.
It's in a second, so But yeah,
Oh,
anyway, I have
hey.
to go.
See you,
And
everyone.
hopefully, please somebody in chat maybe should tell us what's going on next or something. I have no idea, and I have to go.
Alright.
So
Have a good one, Sam. All right, so yeah, we'll leave it up to Speed Gaming, and we'll see what they've got next.